Hello, Professor. We have to develop an application based on e-commerce concept. Concept. Our group consists of total 6 members, and these are the roles played by the persons. Uh, the project leader by the Pawan, mobile application designer by Pradeep, mobile application developer by Praneeth, quality assurance specialist by Radha, database developer by Shivadatha, security specialist performed by Ashok Reddy. So while developing, we have used agile methodology of software development life cycle. It employs an iterative and incremental method in which software development lifecycle is divided into the different iterations, allowing the project to react to the changes immediately. And while coming to the functional requirements and non-functional requirements, the functional requirements are the checking whether the information which include about each category of grocery, giving information about the track stock and supply, identifying the product, adding to database, retrieving from the database whether we are able to sign up or sign out. So non-functional requirements are the requirements which are not highly required. Those are like kind of aesthetics to the application, where functional requirements are the basic functions that need to be carried by the application. So while coming to the non-functional requirements, the availability, the requirement of app continuous running, for the example 24/7, reliability, scalability, and for performance and security, usability and extensibility are the following non-functional requirements. The main objective behind developing our application is to reduce the wastage of food. The application is used to catalog the product names and the corresponding expiry date of the food. If the food item is without an expiration, a user manually gives the date to the product. There are different grocery apps where offering the users to make their grocery order online to get their deliveries at the door, but not provides easy to them. So the alternate solution analysis are the for the pros and cons are the laser scanners are better at reading the distance and also better at low lighting conditions. CCD, the stand for the charge coupled devices. Readers are known for their accuracy. Pen readers are typically lowest in the price. The cons, nothing but the disadvantages are the for the laser implementation are lots of moving parts, so more likely to something to fail or break. CCD readers need to be close to the barcode to work properly. As for the pen readers, the pen tip needs to be the direct contact and pass smoothly over the barcode. The project design diagram stands like a start. The attributes like a start, user arrive, user make request, user scan using an device, they validate. If doesn't validate, it will end. If it pass the validate, it will check the balance, and is balance, list the balance salary and reject. If the check balance get approval, the transaction will go ahead. The project progress evaluation, the outdated operating system, although an operating system work behind the scenes, it directly affect the performance of your barcoding software. The wrong OS can negatively impact workflow by limiting the functionalities and ability to customize our system. Limitation of 1D barcode scanners. If your retailer operations is using 1D barcode, your staff may encounter a large number of bad reads, even lack of ability to read all the codes. To overcome this challenge, we have considered the 2D images. The traditional linear and laser barcode scanner only can read 1D barcodes, and they must be held at a certain angle and distance to read the barcode. The project progress evaluation, risk and limitations. While barcode printing supplies may seem like a simple part of a business, using a wrong one can have the far-reaching implications. Here, the few barcode issues that can result from using the wrong equipment: unscannable labels, damaged labels, Limitations are like they cut off a quantity of characters. Ordinary standardized tags can generally encode with a 12-digit or handful of bytes of data. The solution is for the problem is that they print a couple of codes and test them by examining with your standard identification scanner. Um, 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 Standardized identification out to for most part work in the event that they don't simply resize them according to the prerequisites of your scanner. Note that a few scanners can simply decipher the data from the certain standardized identification type. Project progress evaluation consists of application feature setup, project design, JSON web services, SQL database integration with application, hosting on the platform of Android, and the testing of the features.
I'll start with the development. In order to develop this app, we use REST API, JSON Web Services, SQLite database, and Android Studio. Coming to the REST API, REST API defines a set of architectural principles for designing web services that focus on system resources, including how resources states are addressed and transferred over HTTP. Actually, we didn't use the SOAP services. We have used REST API. It describes how the computers communicate with each other through applications across the networks. It is an application program interface which uses HTTP. Generally, the HTTP and difference between HTTP and HTTPS is security. Generally, any developer in the base skill, they will use HTTP request to create a read and delete data. Coming to the JSON web services, JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. It's commonly used one, and using JSON we can exchange data format, sends data from server to client. It is available in standard file format and data interchange format. In this application, JSON web services is used register user activity and login activity. JSON applications is primarily used to take data from a JSON web server. And coming to the SQLite database, SQLite is an open source relation database that is used to perform database operations on Android device, such as storing, manipulating, or retrieving persistent data from the database. In this application, the remote database is used to store the user's data, that is email ID and password. SQLite database is used to store the product details, including its barcode, name, expiry date, and the price, all other thing. It's all about a product information we can store in the database. We have used the Android Studio. It's a basic thing we need. Android Studio is exclusively designed for developing Android applications. It consists of all Android SDK tools to design, develop, maintain, test, and debug and publish our app. Generally, we can test our application and we can run it our application. We can debug our application, so we can see the running of the application in each and every step with the breakpoints. The IDE is designed very efficiently, which makes the developer's job easy. Android Software Development Kit is one of the main tool used in developing Android applications, as it packages many core features into one SDK. Coming to Gradle Build, it's basically an automated build system which is used to automate the various phases involved in designing an application. That includes like a design, development, test, debug, and publish. We use the external libraries. Coming to the coding part, in this phase, the design of the system is translated into the code in the given programming language. The main aim of this coding phase is to implement the design in the best possible manner. Coding phase plays a very important role while developing an Android application. In this Android application, there are different activities and frameworks and JSON web services and database, and we created the Java files for the backend for which the code is written for all the activities, fragments, and web services and database. Some screenshots of the execution codes are shown in the next slides. For example, this is a code screenshot. When if you see, there is an electronic there is an electronic thing. So for that, we have added this tag like in the code. So this is a sample for electronics. We added this code in the below. We have categories, the above, sorry. It is a code for categories, like for example, and furniture, and again categories, all these things we have added. So this is the another one. This is here we have a home, my cart, contactors and settings. So these are the tags we have added in this. This is the code base for these 4 tags.
Hello everyone, I'm Radhakrishna. Coming to integration and testing, uh, let's see the requirements here. The functional requirement 1, which is the system needs the customer details to register his name, email address, and his new password, and the registers the logins of the customer. And coming to functional requirement 2, system asks login credentials, which is customer's email and password. After providing valid credentials, it allows the user to log in. Coming to requirement 3, after successful login, system guides the user to product list. Next, it displays a picture of the products, name of the product, barcode of the product, and the further details. Next, uh, requirement 5, system shows the option delete product in case user wants to delete the product he opted to choose. Coming to functional requirement 6, system shows the add product option, in which we have 2 options: their add product and scan barcode. On the next one, when the user chooses the option add product, app goes to the product list page. If the user chooses the option scan barcode, it goes to the barcode scanning page. Next, if the user chooses the barcode scanning option, the app will ask the permission of a mobile to give access to its camera, which allows the mobile to scan the barcode of a product. Next, if the user chooses the add item option, the system will ask the following details, such as choose an image to search, and product name and its expiry date and the description of the product. And if the functional requirement 9 met, the application will search for the product and display it to its user. So here are some test cases. Test case number 1. So which is like the problem for registration. So if the user is trying to log in without prior registration, it should display the error couldn't you find your account, and it displayed. And the problem number 2, test case number 2, login. If the user trying to log in with invalid email ID, then it should display wrong email ID, and it's working. In test case 3, during login, user tried to log in with invalid password, and it should display the error message saying wrong password, and it's working. Next, test case number 4, login and register. If the user trying to register or log in with empty fields, it should display fields should not be empty. It's working. Test case 5, searching for incorrect product in the database. If the user looking for the product which is not listed, it should be shown no search item found. It worked. And test case number 6, barcode scanning. User scanning the item for automatic display in the barcode field. The barcode number is displayed. Should be the result, and it worked. And test case number 7, saving the product without the image. If the user without the saving the image of the product, the item should not be saved. Then it displays the error, please show the image. Working. Test case 8, logout. During logout, user trying to log out from the application, so it should log out. It's working. And thank you.
I think my friends has explained in a clear way. Now coming to my part, this is implementation. This is a front-end mobile screenshots, as you can see, and this is the login page. Menu screen. This is the menu screen. As you can see, the picture shows like, what are the sidebars that we have. Now coming to the adding item to the cart. As you can see the picture like showing how to add the item to the cart. Now coming to the modify the cart, you can see how to modify the existing cart with the present code. Now coming to the placing of order, like after modifying the cart, this is gonna be like placing order. After placing, you can get a information like order confirmation. The main thing of implementation features are option to input data manually or scan, comprehensive data storage options, wide range of systems are supported, is compatible with basic devices without autofocus. Wide range of systems supported is compatible with basic devices without autofocus, easy to use and quick with the ability to transfer the scanned data. Now coming to the benefits. The app would be easy and straightforward to use. First step being that user will log in using their email address and corresponding password. These elements the need for different user ID. In a mean to have fewer errors in the scanner app, the scan feature will be heavily relied upon to ensure that the user is adding the correct item to the inventory or removing the current item. The main idea behind developing this app is to help the user remember what they have at home when they are at the grocery store. Once the user inputs their inventory into the systems, it saves the user from wasting time. The user will not need to provide any type of personal information other than their email address, so there will be a sense of security with the user that they are not providing a name, address or phone number. Now coming to the implementation example, Amazon has a new cure for long supermarket lines, a smart shopping cart. The cart which Amazon unveiled Tuesday uses camera sensors and a scale to automatically detect what shoppers drop in. In case our design will be very useful because when the product was put into the cart, the barcode will be scanned automatically. The product information will be displayed. It keeps a tally and then charges their Amazon account when they leave the store. Now coming to the implementation resolution. Screen size and screen resolution are two things that are very important for developing a mobile app. Firstly, this application worked only on some screens and some resolutions. Later, after reworking on, it will work on at almost every Android phone with different screen sizes. The application should run on the different Android versions phones. If it supports some versions, the application is not that much recommended to download. It should support all the Android versions. As we must scan products in the application, the camera pixel size also needs to be good. A perfect scan of an image would only need to use pixel in the image for each module in a barcode. This application will accept the pixel size of an image for a perfect scan. A fragment represents a reusable portion of your app's UI. Fragments introduce modularity and reusability into your activity UI by allowing you to divide the UI into discrete chunks. Main activity, register user activity, show product activity and splash activity. Evaluation, hardware and software requirements. Hardware, Android phone for testing. Laptop, software, Android version with 4.1.2. JSON, SQL, Microsoft Windows, Java 8.
So in this slide, I'm going to explain about the future work of this project. So in this, uh, we implement the application in the iOS platform and add more feature in application, that is barcode, QR codes, which is scanner should be enhanced, and also history of all past scans should be introduced. Easily activate flashlight for scanning in dark scenarios, and also easily search the web for more information about the product and its details. If I go to another point, like enable the application usage even for variant versions of Android, a feature to keep track of item prices, and also the another important point is automatic entry of item price should be displayed. And if I move to the next slide, yeah, in this slide, this is the final slide for my project where we are concluding about this project. So, if I mention about this project, like the e e-commerce application is developed in order to save the time of customer to order from anywhere, anytime. So this application will help the users to save the time, energy, and money. So the mainly this application is very easy to use and easy to navigate. And we developed e-commerce application is a real-time application that can be practically implemented. After the project implementation, the app should satisfy all the evaluation metrics. In terms of the future research, multiple features can be added to the application. In addition, there are few drawbacks and particular assumptions that could be overcome. Yeah, that's all. We are done with our presentation of this project. Thank you so much. If you have any further questions, you can freely ask us. Thank you.